No problems with those.
It's taken Beaumont's radiation biologist Brian Marples nearly 3 years to present these findings, but they could mean big things down the road for how doctors treat the deadly disease.
We have a potential here for a new novel treatment for Alzheimer's disease.
Dr. Marples uses genetically bred mice that are predisposed to proteins associated with Alzheimer's. He says when pulses of radiation are given over several weeks to the brains of these mice, something amazing happens.
We're seeing a reduction in amyloid beta plaques by 50 to 70% following radiation treatment when we give low doses of repeated fractionated treatments.
He says radiation could one day be the new treatment for Alzheimer's.
Most of the current treatments for Alzheimer's disease are drug-based, and they are limited by the fact that the drug has to get into the brain and cross the blood-brain barrier. The advantage of radiation is we don't have to cross the blood-brain barrier. So in that regard, it's a totally novel approach to reducing the pathologies associated with Alzheimer's disease.
Now that Dr. Marples knows that he can remove the Alzheimer's plaque, he's going to take this study further, do a cognitive study, and test these mice and see how they react to things like light. And from there, a clinical trial maybe in the future.
Once we've established that, we can then go on to begin a human study to show if low or modest doses of cranial irradiation can reduce the amyloid deposits in a human population, and whether that has a benefit on the cognition of the human patients. And that's an ongoing thing we're exploring at the moment.
And Dr. Marples says in the meantime, the study is opening new doors in the research world.
Not only is radiation a novel treatment for Alzheimer's disease, it is a non-invasive procedure and it's extremely well tolerated by animals in this study.
Catherine Larson, First Forecast Mornings.